is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Randy. I'm your host, Road Rage Randy, and today we are going to be having a little chat. This podcast literally drops in an hour, and I have not recorded. It is what it is, I guess. I haven't had much to talk about, so what I'm going to say is, if you've never tuned into the podcast before, my name is Road Rage Randy, and this is my podcast, Driving with Randy. Essentially, it's me driving in my 2007 Toyota Sienna, and I just talk about whatever comes to mind. And today I decided we are going to talk about music. Why? Because the sun is so freaking bright out. I gotta put this on. Music's very important to me. I like music. Listening to music, I always do. I think last year, I believe I had like 122 days worth of music listened to on Spotify. The year before that, I think it was, you know what, maybe that 122 kind of sounds like a lot. Maybe it was 122,000 hours, which is equivalent to like 73 days or something, 78 days. I want to say like 78. Pretty much, I have my mic set up a little different today, so I don't know if it's picking it up good. I imagine it is. I mean, I'm going to upload it regardless. But yeah, I'm always listening to Spotify. Now, this is not sponsored by Spotify, but, you know, when you listen to that many hours of music, it's kind of like, dang, bro, it's worth getting premium. So I've had Spotify Premium for just about 2.5 years. You know, I download it so I can listen to it without using my data. I have a good, 6 gigabytes worth of music downloaded onto my phone, which, Jesus, we gotta wait for people at this stop sign. We're going to drop off my dad's car at the auto mechanic, so I'm following him. He will not be a guest on the podcast, but, I will be. I'm following him right now. So he's practically a guest. Maybe we can roll down our window and tell him to shout or something along those lines. Welcome my dad, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my dad to the podcast. No, I'm kidding. He's not. No. This is a solo cast with me, Randy. Anyways, I'm not a rapper. But we're going to talk about music. I want to talk about some of my favorite albums out there. There's probably I've been listening to The Used lately. So let me start off by saying my choices in music vary very heavily. 1 second I'll be listening to some, classic Bring Me the Horizon with, just death metal. Not their new pop stuff. I get it. You can't do screams your entire life, but they're practically a K-pop band at this point. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Bring Me the Horizon. I liked majority of their stuff though. Their new, old. I totally could have went, but there's a bus. I don't want to cut the bus off. Now we got a short bus in between me and my dad. Anyways, yeah, so Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, so I'll go from listening to some Bring Me the Horizon to listening to some Soccer Mommy, which is indie rock. And let me tell you, she came out with a new album today at midnight. She came out yesterday at midnight. She came out with an album. It's called Color Theory. pretty freaking good if you ask me. But we're just going to be talking about some of my favorite albums. The Used by The Used. Yeah, self-titled album. I believe that album came out in like 2002. God, I remember being in 6th grade at the time, and I was at my friend Jake's house, which he lived up the road. I haven't spoken to him. We didn't speak too much in high school. We'd talk on the bus, but I grew up with him elementary school, middle school, high school, kind of had our own friend groups. I'd talk to him, but we weren't as close as we used to be. But I remember we were up in his room, and he played this song. It's called The Taste of Ink. The taste of ink is getting old. It's 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. Each day gets more real and like the last. Still I can see it coming. Yeah, that song by The Used. To this day, that was the first song I ever heard by The Used. And to this day, that is one of my all-time favorite albums. It's an album where you can listen to it and you'll have a new favorite every single time you listen to it. I just love it. On My Own, Buried Myself Alive, Blue and Yellow, Taste of Ink, Making Memories. It's just a freaking good album. All around, good album. I highly recommend you check that out. Some other good ones. We were talking about Bring Me the Horizon earlier. I really like There's a Hell, Believe Me, I've seen it. There's a Heaven, Let's Keep It a Secret. That's a banger of an album. Like in high school, I would listen to that regularly. That is a good ass album. It's got your screams. It's got cleans in it, I believe. It's just, it's a good mix. It's like, it's not the death metal Bring Me the Horizon, but it's not the current day only cleans K-pop Bring Me the Horizon. It's like a mix. I really liked that post-hardcore genre back in the day. So like I'd listen to Bless the Fall. I actually have I have Bo Boken. He's the clean vocalist for Bless the Fall. I actually have his autograph. They played at Warped Tour, and a friend got me his autograph because they knew I loved me some Bless the Fall. They were my favorite back in the day. I loved them so much. The Blue album, I think it's called Witness. Maybe? I don't even remember what it's called. But Bless the Fall. They still make good music. I listened to their new album recently. That was pretty freaking good as well. What other? Ooh, Pretending Perfection. So there's this. I don't dip into rap too often, but I do on occasion. And my hand smells. I don't know what it even smells like. Just it smells different. My dad's looking at the mirror. He's probably like, "What's this idiot doing talking to himself back here? What a fucking moron." But what were we talking about again before this? What? It's just such a beautiful day out. 24 degrees. God, what was I? Oh, rap. So I came across this man named Huey Mack. The first song I ever heard by him was his Call Me Maybe, Hey, I Just Met You. He's got a remix of that. That's the first song I ever heard by him. I do like his new stuff. I just listened to 2 of his new albums that I kind of got away from. I do very much enjoy those. Pretending Perfection is the album that comes to mind. From beginning to end, it's probably one of my favorite rap albums. I mean, it's got everything you could ask for. It's got it's got the the soft emotional stuff. It's got the spitting bars kind of stuff. It's a really nice, chill album. And I really like rap when it has a hook in it, and most of his stuff does have hooks in it. Let's carry on with some other albums here. What's it called? The Black and White? Something like that. The Black and White by Hawthorne Heights. With Ohio is for Lovers. People will say they're a one-hit wonder with their Ohio is for Lovers or Nicky FM, but let's be real, Hawthorne Heights kills it. Although I did listen to a live performance recently on YouTube. I like listening to live performances on YouTube, because you don't have to be social and actually go out and watch the band. You can just, listen to them from the comfort of your home. That lady's walking in the middle of the street because they didn't plow the sidewalks. What a lad. What was I? Yeah, the Black and White something. It's called like the Black and White. I don't know. But God, they're just Hawthorne Heights. That live performance I watched was just it was a disappointment, to say the least. Like, they're known to be kind of an emotional band, have a lot of emotion in their songs, and the guy just kind of stood there. And I mean, granted, they were at kind of like a festival, so I mean, it's not like people were necessarily there just to see them, but you still want to put on the best performance, because festivals, that's where you can win some people over. People that have never heard of, I mean, if you haven't heard of Hawthorne Heights, though, I mean, I don't know where you're at. They're known for being kind of an emo band, but just, I don't know, it's not what I picture when I picture Hawthorne Heights being live and in action. Like, I imagine them having some emotion, but you just kind of stood there and there's just no emotion beyond. But that album bangs, man. I love that album. My dad just cut across traffic, and here I am just stuck. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Oh! We're making the move, boys. There we go. So I am dropping him off right now. He's not going to want to be a guest on the podcast. So what I'm going to go ahead and say is I will come back to you guys after I drop him off. Peace. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The dad has been dropped off, and now I have to hit the bank up. We got lots of errands to run, and the podcast drops very soon. Very soon. And I'm still recording the podcast. This should be a lesson. Let's not wait till the last freaking minute. So this upcoming podcast, I'm gonna record that tomorrow. Then I don't have to panic like I did today. I procrastinated, and here we are. But we're going to keep talking about music. And the one thing that just came to my mind is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I fucking love orchestras, man. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, beautiful. Throw a little bit of Two Steps from Hell in there. They got Two Steps from Hell's two composers. And Tom Bergerson is his name, one of the composers' name. He's got solo work that is just as freaking good as his duo work with whoever the heck the other guy is. But that's like beautiful orchestra. It's got like some choir in it, some like tunes, like a Halo. You know the Halo? Yeah, like that, except better. You know what? I have a voicemail in my phone that is from one of my friends, and it's just a recording of him going. Because it's Halo. Oh, Halo was good back in the day. What else we got here? some like what's it called? Opera. Throw some opera in there. Throw some show tunes in there. Telling you, I have this playlist. It's a random playlist. It's got show tunes. It's got oldies. It's got death metal. It's got instrumental. It's got dubstep. It's got rap. It's got rock. It's got country. It's got everything in it, and that's what I like, a variety of tunes. What are some other good albums out there? You know what? If you're listening to this and you have a good album recommendation, please toss it my way. God, the album that just came to mind is Justin Bieber's album with the gray cover. Okay, as much as you don't want to, you don't want to hear Road Rage Randy likes Justin Bieber. Listen, he's got some bops, man. His album, he's got some good songs. When that album first came out, it was a glorious time. Me and one of my friends, Jake's from Connecticut, we would listen to that on repeat and just play video games together, because it's amazing. It's just an amazing album. It's beautiful. He's got a new album coming out too, and I'm gonna have to do a full review on that. Got Avril Lavigne. She puts out some good music. I was talking to this girl at work the other day, and one of my coworkers was just like, "Do you like Avril Lavigne?" to her, because he knew that if she said no, it would piss me off. And she goes, "She used to be good." What do you mean used to, lady? She just came out with a new album that's absolutely amazing. I don't know what you want her to do. She literally just put out one of her best albums. Just I don't know what that girl is expecting Avril Lavigne to do. She's not a god. You know what? I was at Cub here the other day, and that orange car was here as well. Well, we got to stop. I feel like my brakes or my tires are just not too good. Yeah, that's what my dad was going to get his truck done with. My dad was going to get some snow tires put on. There's two old people. Oh my God, I hate that. I see ladies with like oxygen tanks smoking. That's so bad. The cigarette hits the oxygen tank. Kapow! Boom. You know what? I'm gonna be a professional parker today, and I'm gonna park in. I've always sucked at parking, and I'm like getting better at it, which is great. It feels great to be getting better at parking. So I'm like slipping through little areas and such. It's great. I'm parked right next to the place where you put the carts. I'll be right back. Again, guys, I decided that. those are very good. They just stay down. They have my favorite kind of band here. But we're not. We're not. We're just gonna get this. Is that together? We go slow down. Go about it. Get some water juice with cranberry. These monsters look so good. I just had them on a couple of days. Hey, how are you doing? I was gonna go to self-checkout, but you look like you didn't have much to do, so. If you have nothing. Gotta keep your mind sharp even though it's Friday. Just have a great day. Don't park right now. My tire looks a little low enough. I don't know, did I tell you guys my tire was a little low? And I'm gonna have to investigate here. I got my tire gauge. Yeah, it was a little low the other day, and I panicked. I put air in it, and I don't know. Just it looks fucking low again. Yeah, that was 32. That's a little lower than 32. And 32s. There's a 35er. Which is what I'd be looking for. Let's try it again. Okay, yeah. The fucking tire's not low. I'm good. 35 is the pressure that I'm looking for. Let's carry on with what was I gonna tell you guys about? I don't fucking remember. Oh, Lent, and it's like you gotta eat them fish. And then I also I want to update you guys on see, this is a true Driving with Randy fashion podcast. Legit going on an adventure, and an adventure to the grocery store. Oh, something like that. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, this does taste a little bit like grape. I've had better grape flavors in my life, but I mean, for four ingredient pop, And one of those pops not being sugar, good, or one of these ingredients not being sugar, that's good stuff. Natural flavors. What I want to know is, how do they naturally flavor grape when grape flavoring doesn't taste like the grape food? Stevia leaf, natural flavors. What the hell is the natural flavor of grape then? I really need to know. I wanted to update you guys. I'm going to have a whole podcast on it. My next podcast is probably going to be about yoga. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing yoga. Today was day 14 of my 30-day yoga challenge. My 30-day yoga challenge that's going over 35 days or so, because I've taken a couple days off. But let me tell you, I feel like a new human. I really feel like a new human after doing yoga. And it's wonderful, given that, my neck was causing a whole bunch of problems, being I had a pinched nerve. It's absolutely amazing to me how something as simple as, most of these videos have been, 17 to 20 minutes. Tomorrow's is 30, so it's going to be apparent. I look at the comments before I do it, and a lot of people are like, oh, this was the hardest one yet. But also a lot of people were saying, like, we can't do, or like, day 1 I couldn't even do this. We're on day 15 and I can do this, which is true. Like, day 1 I'm like, God damn it, we're in a downward dog. That hurts. Why are we here right now? But you learn that downward dog is a resting pose. That's where you find your rest. That's where you catch your breath. And let me tell you, that day 14 here, I'm under that mindset. We're doing like planks and stuff, and we had to do some like leg lifts, planks, and then it's like, downward dog. It's like, yes, some relief. Thank the Lord. But so I'm excited to finish this 30-day challenge. After the 30 days, I'm going to start, I don't know, she's got multiple 30-day challenges, so I might do another 30-minute. She just has a lot of different, like, she's got yoga for when you're sick, yoga to open up your hips. And the hips is something I definitely need to do. I've noticed flexibility changes, that's for sure. One big one, I can almost touch my toes again. It's very rare that I'm able to touch my toes. I'm getting there again. I'm getting there. I'm gonna leave this grape drink that I'll be sipping. What are you doing, buddy? There's a stop sign right there, and this is a 4-way stop. This is actually like a real driving Randy. I mean, it's legit just been a bunch of nonsense. We go do something. We're getting back to our roots. Back to our roots, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we're going to do the same. I just need to pre-record a little bit of podcast instead of wait till the last freaking minute, because this podcast is supposed to be up in 10 minutes and I have to go put it together and title it and upload it. But nonetheless, I'm almost home. So I would like to thank you all very much for tuning in to the podcast today and following me on my journey as I make it into the world of becoming a podcaster. So I want to thank you guys very much for that. Head on over to iTunes, leave a review, share this with all your friends. Head on over to my Twitter, @ThoughtsByRandy. Tweet me your favorite album. Tweet me, tweet me your favorite song. Tweet me. That's the main goal. Tweet me, all right? Head on over to Reddit r/drivingwithrandy, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. I mean, there's nothing more I could say. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I wish nothing but the best. Peace.